Hi Leo, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing a bonus reading for you guys. You had the highest viewership again last week, so I'm very grateful to you. I am going to start by letting you know that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every single Leo. So guys, if it's not resonating with you, you can check your other signs and placements, see if your messages could be there. But just take what resonates for you, leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that the energies can reverse. And as always, Leo, don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Leo? Leo. Leo. All right, well, that's a bit much. So we're gonna have to try that one again, Spirit. Could be some chaotic energy going on for you guys. All right, so you're starting out with the Three of Swords in the reverse. If you're going to get the Three of Swords, you want it in the reverse, guys. Six of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. So something in the past broke your heart. It was very painful. For some of you, there could have been third-party energy involved, but it doesn't have to be. It does show me, though, that you were heartbroken in the past and you're healing now. There's something about, you know, at some point you could have kind of locked your heart down, but I do feel like there's healing, there's balance that's coming into your life, and there's an offer that's here. This could be a new person for some of you, or it could just be communication or an offer. So let's see, but it's balance. I think balance is coming back in, and I do like that for you, and it has to do with this offer in some manner. Now, it may not be an offer, it could be communication, because the Page of Pentacles can indicate communication, particularly texting, but let's see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Leo's energy, please. All right, we have the Tower. We have the King of Cups reversed. And coming out together is the Four of Swords reversed along with the Seven of Wands reversed. So guys, this person who's in your energy has gone through a Tower moment. Something here, and in this particular deck, it's a lightning bolt out of the sky. There's two people involved. So this person's gone through a tower. It looks like it's relationship oriented. Something literally has burnt to the ground in this person's life. We'll clarify to see if that's with you or elsewhere. But what their reaction was to kind of shut their heart down. They kind of took their feelings and just locked them away in a little box. This person is showing up as having gone through something that has made them, at least temporarily, a little bit emotionally unavailable. That being said, Leo, this person has feelings for you, but they're not expressing them fully at this time. With the Four of Swords here in the reverse, I feel like in the past, this person could have been extremely defensive. They could have even created conflict here, but now, after a break, this person has been on a break from this connection. I feel like so you may not have talked to this person in a while, but they're coming back in with communication, and they're coming back in less defensive, you know, wanting to resolve any fights or issues or conflicts that you've had. So I feel like it's a result of something this person has experienced in their life. Let me see the energy between Leo and this person. Show me the energy between Leo and this person. Two of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, somebody went in another direction. And so I feel like it was this person. I feel like they went in a different direction, and I feel like it was heartbreaking for you. Now you're recovering from that. You're beginning to open your heart back up. You know, I feel like you're getting healthier. I'm hearing healthier. But whichever direction this person went in, I feel like they paid a price for that. They went through a Tower moment. So let me see what's affecting this connection. Show me what's affecting this connection. The Star card in reverse. Yeah. All right. So I feel like this person crushed your dreams, Leo. I do. I feel like they crushed your dreams. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. I see Scorpio here as well. Doesn't have to be those signs. There's Scorpio's very strong, but Pisces and Cancer is also present. But I do feel that on an emotional level, this person just kind of crushed you, and then they got crushed. It's karma. So they got the karma, and now they're a little bit emotionally shut off. Let me see. There's some hopelessness. I feel like you were almost to the point where you were giving up on this connection. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, that's a loss. That's a sense of feeling a loss. It's also an indication, though, Leo, that you need to be pouring more of that attention and love into yourself. You need to be making sure that your money is good, because I do see that you are working hard here, trying to find a balance in your finances, and they could be coming in a little slower than what you were hoping for. So make sure that, you know, you're paying attention to your finances, your money this week. Make sure that you're not spending carelessly. I do feel like the person that's in your environment, I feel like somebody left them, and I also feel like this person is experiencing some financial difficulty. So all in all, this person's going through a definite Tower moment. Now, the person who left them may have also taken their money. So bottom of the deck is the Moon. This is underlying energy. Sign of Cancer, so you could be dealing with a Cancer. I'm also seeing a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy as well. But with the Moon as an underlying energy, Leo, it tells me that there's things that are hidden. There are things that are still yet unknown. It's also a card of intuition. So the guidance is for you to rely upon your intuition. All right, so let me clarify. Spirit wants to see Three of Swords in reverse for Leo. I like the Moon on the positive side of it as an underlying issue or underlying energy, because it does indicate you're being very intuitive. All right, so we have the Six of Swords and we have the Four of Wands. You may have been married to this person or in a committed relationship. I do feel like, you know, you're still looking for stability. You want to have stability with this person, but what this is showing me is that as you began to heal, you began to feel that you needed to move forward. I do feel like there may have been a little stuck energy here. You wanted to move forward with this person. If you weren't married to them, maybe you had plans or you had thoughts of marrying this person at some point. And I feel like you still would like to be in a stable connection with them, but you're now at a crossroads. Do you move on and heal yourself and move forward, or do you move forward and try to take this connection to a more stable, peaceful place? So I definitely feel like stability is important for you. And I feel like most of you, if you had what you wanted, you would move this forward and away from this chaos that has been here. Why is the Six of Pentacles here? Why is the Six of Pentacles here for Leo? All right, we have the Seven of Wands. We have the Page of Pentacles. You know what you want. Yeah, you know what you want, and you're not accepting anything less. I feel like you're standing your ground on that. You want something that is equal and balanced. You want somebody to reach out to you, to offer you something. And I feel like you're not going to compromise on that at all. And you know, because you know what, not only what you want, you know what it's going to take to make you feel balanced in a connection. So I feel like, you know, you're waiting for the proper offer. Some of you have somebody new that has tried to come into your life, and I do feel like you're a little bit defensive about that, possibly because you're just not prepared or ready to move into something new. All right, we have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. We have Temperance in the reverse, and that makes sense. for those of you that do have somebody new that has approached you, I do feel like you're putting your guard up with that person because you still are emotionally attached to someone here from the past, or you're still healing. And I do feel like a lot of you, though, a lot of you are waiting for this person in some form. And I'm not saying you're just sitting around not doing anything, waiting, but there's a part of you that is waiting and hoping that this person does return back. You know, I don't know if they walked away or you did, but there's still an emotional attachment here. You want to talk to this person. You want to, you know, come back together with this person. But right now you feel like things are still pretty unbalanced. I do feel like there's been some communication with this person, though. But I feel like you're still healing. I feel like there's still a sense of emotional imbalance in the connection. And you're going to hold out for what it is that you want here. Let me look at their energy. Why is the Tower here for the person in Leo's energy? Why is the Tower here for the person in Leo's energy? Ace of Pentacles, Five of Wands reversed, Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. Okay. Whew. This person's going to tell you all about it. They want a new beginning with you, Leo. With this Ace of Pentacles here, that's a new beginning. They want to put the problems of the past aside. They feel like there truly is no competition between you and anyone else. So I feel like this person got served a big dose of karma. Now, they're coming towards you, and they're coming towards you with truth, and they're coming towards you fast. They're also coming towards you with passion, so be aware of that. But it is backed by this Ace of Pentacles, which tells me that they do feel like this could be a solid connection. So they're going to tell you the truth about anything that has occurred between the two of you and possibly outside of this connection. And I also feel like, you know, this person could have been pretty inconsistent in the past. I feel like they're wanting to come forward and create something more stable. Let me see. But they're coming, and they're coming fast, because you've got two very fast-moving knights here. Why is the King of Cups in reverse? For the person in Leo's energy, why is the King of Cups in the reverse? All right, Ten of Swords and the Page of Wands. So somebody knew, there was somebody new in their energy, and that person betrayed them. It was a painful ending, and this is what's caused them to kind of close their heart down a little bit. They still have feelings for you, but they're kind of cautious with emotions right now, and it's because they got hurt. So I do feel like whatever this person did to you got done to them, and it was a lesson. It caused its Tower moment in their life, and it was a big lesson, and now they're realizing that the grass was not greener on the other side. This person is definitely going to reach out to you. They could reach out initially in a very flirtatious way. And that's because this person, they know that they hurt you. They know that they ended this connection. And it looks as if it was done through some form of betrayal, which is what broke your heart. Let me look at the bottom energy. But they are definitely going to reach out. Now, be careful, because this person can be a little erratic, and sometimes they can be a little immature in how they speak. They could also speak rather abruptly sometimes, even a little angrily, especially when they feel like they're right. Show me the bottom energy. All right, so we have the High Priestess. We have the King of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, more Scorpio energy. And there's the King of Cups in the upright. So there's a reversal in their energy here. Whereas they've been holding back their emotions, they're fixing to be more expressive with those emotions. I do see them communicating to you. I feel like they feel that they are being intuitively led towards you. I also feel like they're coming forward very honestly, and they're opening their heart up. So there's honest, clear communication, and it's coming from a king, okay? Not a page. I feel like in the past they've had a lot of page energy, But this person has learned some lessons, and I do feel like they want to communicate to you. They're intuitively, you know, following their intuition to do so. They've done a lot of healing, and this is somebody who wants to put bygones in the past. I don't feel like they want any conflict with you whatsoever. I do see them coming forward truthfully, and I see them coming forward in a more loving manner. So I feel like they're going to open up to you. They're going to open their heart to you. All right, let me look at the energy between Leo and this person. Why is the Two of Wands in reverse? This is the current energy. We have the Ten of Coins reversed. We have the Four of Coins reversed. Again, this person wants to let bygones be bygones. They want to release the problems from the past, particularly any kind of conflicts. I do feel that they are coming forward truthfully, and I do feel like, you know, in time, they're going to express to you what happened that really made them kind of rethink things. Now, for you, I do feel like, Leo, you're kind of looking at this as a loss right now. With the Ten of Coins in the reverse, this may indicate that you feel a lack of support in this situation from either close friends or family. You definitely feel a loss still in this connection because this person broke your heart. And you've had to work very hard to bring stability into your life, to bring peace into your life, and to heal yourself. So, and I feel like you're still healing. But you know, currently you're viewing this as a loss. This person tried to release you, tried to let you go, but at this point, I don't think that they are able to, and I think they're going to tell you that. Why is the Star card in reverse? The Hangman in reverse, and the Two of Swords. So what's affecting the relationship is that this person has a decision that they have to make. They know that they've hurt you. I feel like they're not wanting to give you false hope, and that's why they've been very cautious with their feelings and cautious with their words. I do feel like communication from this person is causing you to look at this situation differently, because I feel like at some point, Leo, you gave up hope on this situation. You felt like this person just crushed you, but there's something to do with new communication here that is causing you to view things a little bit differently. I also feel like you have gone through some kind of an ascension. You consciously chose to move towards peace and balance, and that has made all the difference in the world for you. And you're not going to let anybody else, you know, come in, whether it's this person from the past or someone new. You're not going to allow anybody to take you off that course. So I think that that's probably very positive for you. Now, the person in your energy, they're coming to a crossroads in their life. They need to make a choice here. And I feel like they're very concerned about giving false hope. They're afraid of giving false hope in the situation. So let me look at the outcome. Show me the outcome between Leo and this person. All right, so we have the Five of Coins. We have the King of Pentacles, and we have the Sun in reverse. Oh, I'm sorry, in the upright. All right, so yeah, there's still a need for you to take care of yourself. Now, we have both the King and Queen of Pentacles, which tells me that, again, either you were married to this person or in a long-term connection. I do feel that currently you haven't walked away from this situation, but you realize that the two of you are not on the same page. And I also feel like you felt crushed and very neglected by this person. I feel like you felt like this person just went towards someone else or another situation and just entirely abandoned you and rejected you. And you're still healing from that, Leo. So I feel like you're kind of glad that this person has contacted you, that there's communication. But I also feel like you don't trust the situation. You don't feel like you're on the same page. And you may feel like this person is just trying to brush your feelings under the carpet and move on. And you're not okay with that because you feel like that will lead to a imbalanced situation all over again. And you don't want to go back through that. Now, in their energy, there's some secrets that this person has that's going to come to light. I don't know what those are. It doesn't look like they're terrible secrets, but I feel like this, it has to do with their feelings and emotions. I feel like they kind of have been keeping their feelings to themselves because they didn't want to give false hope. And I feel like that's what's coming to light. This person is going to communicate to you that they see you as their happiness. They're very happy when they're around you. They feel grounded. They feel like, you know, they could have everything with you. So I do feel like they're going to reveal this to you, but you're not going to let them just sweep everything under the carpet either. I do feel that this person sees you as happiness. And, you know, in spite of themselves, their heart is opening up. So, yeah, I do feel like they also feel no one compares to you. But until the past is resolved here, I feel like you feel it's not going to balance out. It's not going to be equal. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Wands in the upright. Now, currently it's in the reverse. So things are changing. Things are shifting in this relationship. This person who at one point chose to go in another direction is now choosing you. So I feel like they got a hold of some situation and it taught them a huge lesson. I feel like whatever they did to you got done to them. All right, I'm going to pull you an oracle card. And we will see if there's any further guidance for Leo. There we go. All right, you've got number 27. That comes out to a 9. So you're very close to the end of a cycle here, which is positive. It says, may sweet and soft things find you. Yeah, I love that. Let me read that for you. Give me just a second. All right, so your affirmation is, I appreciate and attract the sweetness of life. Now, this card has to do with harmony and your inner child and softness and ease, which is what you're desiring according to your cards. It says, the perfect pair, a beautiful harmony, the loving flower that provides the sweet nectar, the generous bee that provides the nourishing pollination. Both of these beings have so much to teach us. They are lighthearted, bring beauty and flow with the natural rhythm of life. They are warm with golden hues. They appreciate the balance and offerings each provides. Magic happens when true harmony is achieved through delightful processes and the law of least effort. Some of the most beautiful things seem to exist effortlessly and in tune with the forces that be. Is it possible for a human to access this potent elixir, this nectar of life? What if, like the bee, you were to seek out the sweetness of life? What if you sought out the flowers of the world, leaning more toward what is soft, what attracts your spirit and brings joy? What if that actually led you to more growth, potential, and peace, rather than the daily grind of forcing, disciplining, and controlling? What if, like the flower, you offered your own natural sweetness up to life itself? What if that would attract the bee, which would be the right people, opportunities, actions, pollination that your life needs without having to strain to be what you think the world wants you to be? What if what is truly needed in this world is more softness, kindness, love, joy, ease, and magic? Oh, I love that. Perhaps it is our childlike nature, spiritual side, wonder, and playfulness that we need to bring out more. To be easily amused by the beauty of the world, to see the miracles in the mundane, to open up instead of closing down, to create, live, and love from playful joy, to nurture the child within us. Maybe that is the best way to receive the honey of existence. All right. I hope this has been helpful, Leo. If you have resonated with this, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe. And until I see you in your next reading, namaste.